I'm not going to do a lot of talking today, and I'm going to pass on to our committee member, Mervyn. He's my boss, actually. I call him my boss because he runs FOFA for me, and he does the thinking for me. So, Mervyn, I'm going to pass the mic on to you.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you for all you do for FOFA. I'd like to share a short introduction about the FOFA story. A FOFA story is like the story of the birds and the bees. Okay, the egg arose from the storms in the Dandenong Ranges. This is June 2021. You remember that? Very sad time. But Lily and a few friends went up to Kalorama to cook meals for affected residents and frontline workers. Now, this is from the heart, right? There's no one forced her to do it. Okay, that's the egg. The insemination came from the realization that there's a dire need for food out there, not just for the frontliners, but past that initial disaster. So that's when it started to grow. The community needed food. Food relief not just during the times of trouble, but out there, day by day. There are many people there experiencing food insecurity. So that's where we started. Now, during the gestation period, Lily cooked at home. Now, this is the COVID lockdown. Remember that? We all stuck at home. So Lily was cooking alone. And it was such a difficult time. And the growing pains, now imagine morning sickness. The fetus wasn't giving her an easy time. So it was such a hectic time that she broke the cooktop that she was cooking on. It was a glass cooktop. So yeah, that caused a lot of trouble. So, oh dear, what do we do then? So now the fetus continued to grow. Of course, the demand's still out there for meals, right? That never stops. So it was growing so quickly that Lily had to go find another place to cook. So that's when she went to the Chinese Association of Victoria, and she started cooking there. Okay, that allowed her to garner some support from members of that association. Okay, and that's when it started growing faster. Okay, the fetus quickly outgrew that kitchen, of course, and Lily left for alternative accommodation. Now, this is a halfway house in Lilydale that was a Discovery Community Centre. Yes. In Lilydale. So then all of a sudden, in March, like it's a surprise, right? In March 2022, the baby was born. And it was called FOFA. Okay. By then, Lily was in dire need of a home to raise little FOFA. And in early 2023, Lily was introduced to a kindly couple, Wayne and Ruth from Resound Church, who had a comfortable furnished home and a spare room. Now, kitchen. And FOFA started to grow. So with that stable accommodation, and a generous landlord, FOFA began to learn and grow and reach out to more people in need of food. These are the vulnerable members of our community. Okay, so the only thing we can do is help more and more. In 2021, Lily cooked 5,000 meals. In 22, it was 15,000. In 23, it was 27,000 meals. Okay. Thank you. Last year, we did 43,000 meals. Now, among volunteers, we started with 5 in Kalorama, remember? And then Lily was alone, cooking alone at home. And there were friends who were helping, but they could not work together because of COVID. But we still managed to do it. Now, in 2023, we had about 40 people, 40 volunteers in our roles. Last year, we had about 60 to 80, depending on what time of the year you take it, right? So it's about 80 by the end of the year. Right now, we have more than 100 volunteers on our rolls. FOFA currently works with 21 agencies, and we are taking on more because there's so many more people out there needing meals and needing help. That's why volunteers are here. We are still learning, FOFA is still learning, and we are blessed with such generous volunteers who give their time, resources, and to allow us to help others. That's why we do it. Thank you all very much. With the continued support of our volunteers and all of you, FOFA can grow up to be a valuable part of our community. Now, since we received the award last year, we have had a bit more publicity and we were able to get more volunteers. So the EV Awards, thank you very much, has given us that exposure and made us a little better known for what we do. Okay, so we've got a bit more funding and a bit more volunteers, and we also do a fair bit more training now to upgrade all our skills and knowledge so that we can do better. All right, I'd like to pass now to Nick Kay, who will share a bit about what FOFA is doing out in the community. Nick.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Mervyn. My name is Nick Kritikos. I'm a businessman from the middle of the city who has been blind to what is going on in the community. As businessmen, we go out there, we strive for profits, we strive to do well, buy a better car, and do these things. And I got involved in the wonderful FOFA by just contributing some money. And typical businessman, I just wanted to know what was happening with my money. So I came out, had a look, and just was blown away by the organisation and everything that they do. I'm also blown away by all you guys and everything you do for the community. I mean, this is a story that should be on the front page of every newspaper. You know, we sit and whinge all the time and we're looking for governments and people to do things, and we all get frustrated, but guess what? You guys get up out of bed every morning and go and do something and make a difference. You don't rely on others to do this for you. Eventually it may come, eventually it may not come. It doesn't matter. You get out, you make a difference. We're lucky in what we do because there's a lot of people that help us to cook the food. They provide supplies. Food Bank Victoria, we're supported in so many wonderful ways by EV with vehicles and drivers. Thank you for that. And I've got involved in community relations. So basically, I wanted to know what was happening out there in the community, in the different organisations, and how our food is being seen and how the impact the food is making. So I've been travelling around the different places. I've gone out to Monbulk with the wonderful Jenny Nash there. Basically, it's a church with a hall next to it that's just an open pantry. Volunteers man that 7 days a week. The food comes from Food Bank Victoria, our meals going there, and people just walk in and just take stuff, just like they're shopping at a supermarket. No questions asked. There's rough sleepers there. There's all sorts of people. And that's manned 7 days a week. So that's open 7 days a week. I've also been out to really wonderful places like Hope City Mission, where there's a fantastic group of volunteers there that people line up in cars, basically, and their mission is a more holistic approach. So basically, they look after people's finances. They also supply food and requirements. So there's a million things that are happening out there. I visited the Aboriginal community. I'm just trying to remember the name the other day, and they're doing some wonderful work out at the back of Eastland there. And I was lucky enough to meet some of the people who came in to take some of our meals, and they were just telling us about how wonderful and tasty they were and what a difference it was making in their lives. The meals are frozen, and so they can pop into the microwave, and they're just saying how lovely and tasty they are. So it's been a great privilege for me to be part of this organisation, and my mission also is to go back and talk to some of my rich mates and open up their hearts so they can come out and see what's happening out here and what great work all of you are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Evie, again for this opportunity to shine. For our volunteers, for our family of volunteers, they are the lifeline of FOFA and they're the heart of FOFA. I'm just going to wrap it up very quickly. We are growing. We've started from cooking at the church one day. We moved on to the second day. We've just recently started cooking on our third day as well to meet the demand of needs. We need more volunteers. So if you know someone who would like to cook, or who doesn't know how to cook or would like to learn how to cook, please get them to connect with us. We're here to provide an opportunity for multi-faith, multicultural, multi-everything, okay? We will upskill, we will upscale, we will provide training to make sure that anybody coming in, we'll give them the training and confidence to walk out there if they need to find a job or whatever the case may be. And I'm going to quickly get a couple of volunteers to say something before we get off the stage. Can we get Nathan? Would you like to say a few words? And Aidan. Sorry, Aidan. All right, you want to get up and say a few words? Yep.
Hi, I'm Aidan Scheller, one of the volunteers at FOFA. So, about this organisation, I first heard about it through word of mouth, and reading up on it, I was impressed by what I was reading, what I saw, but when I got there, I was even more impressed by the good vibes and what was going on, and it was just impressed more so. I mean, what was being made, how lovely the people are, and what it's all for, and couldn't have chosen a better organisation to be a part of and to contribute to society. Thank you.
And we've got one more story, just one more. One more. Jeannie, come on. Can you say? So see, this is not rehearsed, right? Okay.
Oh my God. Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeannie. I came prepared. Yes, I got, I'll make it quick. I've joined FOFA since I retired 3 years ago, and I thought I wanted to do something. So initially, I thought I would just do once a month. But then I end up doing every week. And I love it because the place is like a family. Everybody treats everybody well. We have good laughter. We cook, we laugh, we talk. And behind where Lily, our good leader, is, everybody loves the place. And everybody, when I introduced to them, they all wanted to come back to FOFA. I go back with pains and aches, but I always look forward to coming back again for glutton punishment, But thank you. It's a one big family. Thank you so much, and I love it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Mel. Sorry about the time.